Hi everyone, and welcome to another Craftcore sewing machine tutorial. On this channel, we discuss all things crafty and all things sewing. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss a thing. Now, onto the video. In this video, I'll show you how to thread the PFAFF Tipmatic 1027 sewing machine, including how to wind and insert the bobbin. Jump to the timestamp shown on the screen below if you want to jump straight to the tutorial. Otherwise, I'm going to chat a little bit about the machine first because it's just that nifty. I bought this machine secondhand from Value Village for $19.99 a few months ago, right before my province shut down all retail stores. I'm not sure the exact age of the machine, but it references West Germany on it, so that gives us a little hint of its age. I've never owned this brand of machine before, so I was totally new to this machine. The design is clever, with all the accessories contained within a swing-out arm or within the hinged top cover. It's so neat and tidy. The feet and other small accessories have dedicated slots, and as a bonus, you can pull out this entire organizer tray to put on your work surface. Even the bobbins have a dedicated area so they don't get lost. Unfortunately, I don't have all the accessories, but most are still here. You can luckily still get the manual from the brand's website, so I'll include a link to that in the description below. You can use the buttons on the bottom right of the machine in combination with the stitch length dial to make a variety of stitch types. The inner panel shows you all the different stitches for reference, along with a quick tip threading and bobbin guide. By pressing this button, you can sew in reverse. By sliding over this piece of plastic, you can lower the feed dogs for free motion quilting. Let's start the tutorial with the upper threading. Slide a spool of thread onto the spool pin. If the thread is small, use the small disc, and if large, use the large disc. Raise the presser foot and turn the hand wheel until the thread take-up lever is in the highest position. Pull the thread from the spool and draw it into the first slot near the top left, all the way down the front. Then lead the thread over to the slot just to the right and guide it up and through the take-up lever. Immediately lead the thread back down through the same slot and into the metal thread guide, then through the thread guide that's on the needle holder. Thread the needle from front to back. That was the upper threading. For the lower threading, you'll need to prepare a bobbin, then insert it. Let's wind a bobbin first. There are actually two ways to wind a bobbin on this machine. You can do it the traditional way by placing a spool of thread onto a spool pin at the top of the machine, but alternatively, you can wind the bobbin without undoing your upper threading. It's a very interesting feature. Since we already have the machine threaded, let's try to wind the bobbin from the needle. Winding option 1. Winding bobbin from threaded machine. We've already threaded the machine and threaded the needle. Make sure that the sewing foot is raised and bring the needle to the highest point. Disengage the sewing mechanism by holding the hand wheel and turning the inner knob towards you. Draw the needle thread from under the sewing foot and up into the rightmost slot and hook the thread on the round metal bobbin tension stud. Lead the thread into the little hole on the bobbin or wind a few turns of thread on the bobbin. Place the bobbin on the bobbin winder, making sure to line up the notch on the winder with the hole on the bobbin. Push the bobbin towards the right. Press the pedal to start the sewing machine and fill up the bobbin. When you're done, push the bobbin winder back to the left and remove the bobbin. Snip, snip. Be sure to re-engage the sewing mechanism by holding the hand wheel and turning the inner knob away from you. Then we have winding option 2, winding the bobbin from a second spool. This second option is great if your bobbin thread is a different type than the upper thread. Disengage the sewing mechanism by holding the hand wheel and turning the inner knob towards you. Insert this spool holder here and place a spool of thread on it. Draw the thread around the round metal bobbin tension stud. From there, the process is exactly the same as option 1. Lead the thread into the little hole on the bobbin or wind a few turns of thread on the bobbin. Place the bobbin on the bobbin winder, making sure to line up the notch on the winder with the hole on the bobbin. Push the bobbin towards the right. Press the pedal to start your sewing machine and fill up the bobbin. When you're done, push the bobbin winder back to the left and remove the bobbin. Be sure to re-engage the sewing mechanism by holding the hand wheel and turning the inner knob away from you. Now that the upper threading is done and the bobbin is prepared, we need to insert the bobbin and prepare the machine for sewing. Open up the bobbin cover and remove the bobbin case. Insert the bobbin so that the thread leads out counterclockwise when looking at the case with the opening facing you. Guide the thread through the slot and under and out the metal guide. Hold the bobbin case by the latch and insert it onto the stud, lining up the notch with the little hole. Make sure it's fully in by listening for a click sound. Draw up the bobbin thread by holding the needle thread taut. Turn the hand wheel towards you until a little loop of thread pops up from the bottom. Carefully pull the thread up and toward the back under the sewing foot. Now we're ready to sew. Put a test fabric under the needle and lower the presser bar with the lifter above and to the right. After choosing your stitch selection, hold the threads towards the back and use the pedal to start sewing. I hope this video has helped you set up this machine or just learn more about it. Remember to click the thumbs up button on this video to show your thanks and help support the channel, Craftcore, DIY and Sewing. Be sure to leave a comment for me and subscribe to my channel for more crafting and sewing videos. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.